Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a drugstore contour and highlight video, and I figured that I would do this just because you don't want to use your expensive products up right away. So it's nice to have some reliable drugstore products that you can use to do a highlight and contour. So today we're going to be doing more of a dramatic look because we're going into the evening and I have plans this evening. So I'm going to be doing a highlight and contour heavy look using some drugstore products that I picked up. And if you're interested in seeing the products that I used and how I do my highlight and contour, then keep watching. Alright guys, so the first step, we're going to prime our face, and I already used a primer that's more high-end. So this makeup look I'm going to be using just the highlight and contour products, not anything in addition to drugstore, because I didn't really find a primer that I liked drugstore yet. I haven't found one that I like, so I used the Smashbox, the Photo Finish Smashbox primer. And I already did my brows using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in Soft Brown. So we're just going to go right in. I let my primer set. So the first product that we're going to be using to conceal a couple of blemishes is the Glamoflauge Hard Candy Concealer. And we're going to pick the medium shade, which will fit my skin tone right now, and we want it to cover, not highlight the pimples, so you pick a concealer that's the same color. So I'm just gonna be using a Sephora Concealer brush, which is drugstore price. I got it in a kit, so. Alright, and then after we're done doing that, I'm gonna mix the Glamoflauge Medium Light with the medium that I use to conceal my blemishes, and I'm just going to go in half and half because I tried doing a highlight with the medium light and it was a little too light. I looked like Casper. You still want it to be light in those areas. So the areas that we're going to start placing the product are going to be under the eye, and as you can tell, this is really thick, so you only need a little bit. And when you're doing a dramatic look like this, it's good to outline the brows with some concealer just to make them sharper. And I like to contour my nose just because I do have a bit of a bump and it's just a little rounded here, the cartilages. The alar cartilages, so it's a fun trick to make your nose appear smaller. So what we're gonna do next is I'm loving this for contouring. It's really creamy and blendable. It's the Flower Foundation Stick, which is Drew Barrymore's line, and you can purchase this at Walmart for I believe $8, or you can go to her website flowerbeauty.com, and the color is SF8, and I can't read the name of the shade, but it's the darkest color they have. Starting in the hollows of the cheeks, concentrate the color. So we're not trying to be perfect, but it is a dark color, so you want to start off with a little bit at a time, a little bit of product at a time. So we're just going to start doing that. We're going to do the jawline. Just a little bit on the chin, on the forehead, just on the side of the forehead. Boom. So now what we have to do is blend all these colors together. I'm going to use different tools for the dark shade and different tools for the light shades. So I'm going to start off using a Real Techniques brush, and the fibers are really tight. So I'm using this just to start blending out the dark colors. And the reason why we highlight and contour is to give us more of a dramatic look, but also to make the face look slimmer. I'm going to finish contouring. Normally I would use a brush, but if you just use the edge of this, I'm going to do my nose. So I'm going to go in at the lowest part of my brow, just work my way down, just to make tip look smaller. Alright, so let's finish blending this out. So I like blending out the darker colors first, just because if it is a really dark color, you can take the concealer and help perfect the lines if they look a little too harsh. Alright, so I'm going to go in and with my flock sponge and extend the concealer to the sides of my nose. The forehead. And these products are really reasonably priced, so if you are looking if you're looking to start off highlight and contouring and you're just starting off and practicing, I wouldn't go for the high-end stuff right away, although it really is up to you if you want to spend the extra money, but this is a good way to save on the more expensive products that you purchase. Whew. It is a hot one out there today. I'm going to be so sad when it starts getting cold, although I honestly can't wait for football season to start. I know this is stupid, but I actually do look forward to going back to school. I've always been kind of a nerd, and I don't use that in a derogatory term. I actually use it as an endearing term. So what we need to do is blend the rest of this, but I'm going to be using a Real Techniques stippling brush, and I'm going to start, it's about 1 inch in diameter, and it's not too wide, it's not too small, and you can use the e.l.f. small stippling brush too, which is about 1/2 inch to get into the under eye area. I'm actually going to be using that to do my nose, so. Alright, so just to make this a little more dramatic, I'm going to go in and just draw a small line on the jawline because I like this area to be emphasized. And we're just going to go back in with our Real Techniques brush. I don't know the actual name, I think it's a buffing brush. And I actually got this brush, you can buy them at Walmart. I think you can get them at TJ Maxx occasionally if you can find them. But I got these at Kohl's at a good price. And then just blend it out again. You want to make sure this look is blended. You don't want any harsh lines. So what we're going to do next is take this small e.l.f. the small e.l.f. stippling brush, and it's clean, by the way. Gotta make sure it's clean in between contour and highlights. So we're just gonna blend these colors together, and you really don't want this area to look harsh because it's gonna look really weird. And I'm just gonna take my concealer brush and just add a little bit more concealer down the middle. I'm taking Eco Tools concealer brush, And I'm gonna blend the concealer out first, and then I'll blend it together with the e.l.f. Stippling. I keep saying stiffling, it's a stippling brush. So just keep blending that out. So next what we're going to do is use some drugstore products to set the concealer and the foundation. So the first product I'm going to use to blend out and set the contour using the Flower Contour Foundation Stick. I'm using the color C8 Cocoa in True Match, which is by L'Oreal. It's a pure pressed powder, and it retails for about $8 to $10. I'll link everything that I use down below. And I'm using an angled contour brush by BH Cosmetics. And this actually came in a kit with 12, I believe it was 12 other brushes for it was under $20. So we're just going to dab a little bit on, tap the excess out, and then we're just going to go over the contour areas and just set that foundation so it's not sliding all day. And this is a really beautiful dark shade that you can use as a bronzer all over if you want, if it's not too dark for your skin. Just do small strokes and take little product at a time. You don't want to overload your brush with a lot of powder just because it's going to look cakey. But this makeup is really blendable, so. And what we're going to do to make the contour look more natural, we're going to take this cocoa color and we're just going to extend it into our neck. And I did tan today, so this should look pretty natural. But you really want to do that every time that, if you're not tan down on your neck or your chest, you really want to do this so that there isn't a huge difference from your face and the rest of your body. You want it to really blend and look natural. Even though people can tell you're wearing makeup, it still should look flawless. Alright, so when you're happy with that, we're going to take a pure pressed or a loose powder to set the concealed areas. And we're going to be using Rimmel, the Rimmel line Stay Matte Long Lasting Pressed Powder. And the color, it's transparent. I didn't really want a color, so. And that's it. Alright guys, so the last thing that we're going to do is we're going to set our foundation and our entire look using the NYX. I ran out of the matte, but we're going to use the Dewy Finish setting spray. And we're just going to go in and just saturate the entire face and let it dry, and you've got your final look. So I'm going to finish doing my eyes and everything else, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I thank you so much for watching, and I will link all the products that I used down below, including the prices. Stay tuned for more videos. I will see you next week. Have a wonderful day, and God bless. Love you guys.